time to prove and show. Touch me, tease me, baby, please me, do it how I like. Touch me, tease me, baby, please me, going all night. No need to fight the feeling. Tonight's the vibe that I mentioned. Wearing that look just you like.
My girls
See, I give you life.
singing queen shit.
Do it quite like me.
Okay.
With a in the street. Nobody do it quite like she. That's why you fell for Dynasty. Said I'm winning, ain't no losing in my blood. I'm the queen and I ain't giving it up. Said I'm winning, ain't no losing in my blood. I'm the queen and I ain't giving it up.
Queen shit. That's how I wanted to bring the show in. I mean,
Queen shit.
I think that's fitting. Hey, everyone. Hello. It's your favorite queen, Purple Dank.
we are back. Class is in session with Purple Dank.
Welcome. Hope everyone is on time and ready to learn.
Yes. We have some interesting things to talk about. So can't wait to get it all out.
We just want to thank everyone for joining and just give a shout out to our foundation, Purple Dank Foundation, guys.
Yes, doing really, really good things.
Educating the public on all things cannabis, especially responsible usage. So tune in to our weekly podcast and you can always donate to our foundation
as well.
Yeah.
We do take donations. And it's a part of it as well is to help erase the stigma behind cannabis. So if you
with every dollar given is another course, another seminar, another product developed to help someone. So
absolutely
hit us up on our website, purpledankinfusions.com or
Instagram, Purple Dank Official. Drop us a DM.
Yep.
We do respond. We read every DM.
So that's that, and let's get in.
Yes, class is in session. All right, so we have some things to talk about today. First,
yes, I've done it.
Okay, right on point. Right on
school
point.
bell.
Right? It's working out, damn it. Okay, so first, I did want to talk about
current events.
And we're going to talk about current events.
I know the way she said it though. Current events.
Yes, so we'll talk about it. Interesting subject. More Americans are smoking marijuana than tobacco cigarettes now.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, this is major. Attention, cigarette smokers.
That is so
put the cigs down.
Yeah, so for the first time ever, an ad in the Yahoo Finance is saying that Americans smoke marijuana 16%, tobacco cigarettes 11%. That was from a Gallup poll in July. Before, it was lower than that, and it happened really within the past 10 years. Once all these states started legalizing, and more of the stigma behind cannabis has been being removed and stuff. So people are experimenting with cannabis now, and also because when the cigarette companies got sued, they started having all these warning labels and ad campaigns, and that's actually helped to decrease the amount of people that's picked up smoking and people quitting more and stuff, and turning to marijuana. So that's a good thing. I love the fact that people are switching over and turning to marijuana, which can be beneficial for you.
Right. And hopefully with more attention comes more research, more science being actually applied to the plant itself. And so, everybody gets to learn a lot more about the medical benefits.
Yep.
Because it sure is a lot. But I'm sure there's also downsides that, we've already covered and discussed and probably will continue to go over as well. Because we want to be fair, everything has its good sides and bad. So
yep, gotta take all of that into consideration. So that was just an interesting fact right there, and I love it.
Right.
Good news about the cannabis industry. So that was that. Also, just wanted to go over. We really have something special to talk about tonight. So we're going to get to that. So I'm just, leading on up to it.
Warm ups,
exactly. The warm up. So
Yes, remember the microphone.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Lean over that way.
Okay, there we go. Oh, that's so much better. Sorry, guys.
Yes.
Still getting used to this.
Like you give a nigga 1 week off, and they come back in here.
I know. We're all like, oh, okay. Get it together.
Okay.
But don't worry, we holding it down. We holding that purple dank.
Yeah.
Already.
Right.
So,
shout out to Zen Leaf Dispensary once again.
We were out of town.
Yeah. I'm pretty baked right now.
Zen Leaf in Arizona. We actually were there over the weekend and last week, and we got to visit with management out there, and
we'll have a special show coming soon.
Yeah, we will definitely. Stay tuned.
Right,
for sure. Okay, so let's see. Moving on. I just wanted to discuss the differences between Delta 8 and Delta 9.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, questions
confusion.
about it.
Like, what the hell? What's going on here?
Yeah, I'm confused too.
You know?
And you know who's confusing also?
What?
What's her name? Kevin Gates' wife.
Mm-hmm.
Rika,
yeah.
Yeah, because she doing all, and I'm like, okay, hold on now, Rika, what is you doing? How is you growing Delta 9 weed? Or like, what is happening here? Is this really Delta 9?
Okay,
I'm glad you're tapping into that.
Definitely
we're not gonna get all deep into it, but
because it's really kind of scientific.
But that's what we're here for. I'm just saying though that because this is just an intro, and we have like a major content coming soon. But that was a question that popped up, and people around us, including ourselves, was a little confused. So here we go. Delta 9 is the cannabinoid that everyone smokes to actually get high. That's the psychoactive compound.
THC in there, and you get high.
Delta 8 is like the milder version. It's a carbon or double carbon chain is located on the 8th molecule, and that's the difference. It's just where that double carbon chain is actually located on the
8th molecule.
For Delta 8, for Delta 9 it's on the 9th, for Delta 10 it's on the 10th.
Yeah,
and just that little change is such a big difference.
A real,
because
big difference.
The Delta 9 is what we use to have the psychoactive, psychotropic effects, and then there's the Delta 8, and it comes in literally like I think anywhere from 20 to 30% less potency than Delta 9. So if you're just wanting to ease into it, people who really don't like the super potent strains,
or people just starting off, Delta 8 can give you the psychoactive effects, but it's
much milder,
as extreme as Delta 9.
And then Delta 10 is even milder than Delta 8.
Yeah. So Delta 9 is the one that we smoke.
Is the one that we
get high.
Cannabis users
use. That's our preference.
Right. For ingesting the edibles, the smokes, the concentrates, but Delta 8, Delta 10, they're coming on strong and hard into the market as well. Of course, because they're being unregulated right now, the FDA is still, I guess, trying to make up their mind as to how they're going to schedule it or regulate it. But in the meantime, they're deriving it mainly from the CBD hemp plants. And so that's what gives them that cover as well, because you can actually extract those cannabinoids from the hemp
plant, which is totally legal.
And so that's why you can find Delta 8 and Delta 10 in your like local gas station or a smoke shop.
Corner style.
Yeah. But don't be surprised if regulation soon comes to those.
Because they always trying it.
Anything that gives you a little bit of enjoyment or a little buzz.
Like, oh no.
They gotta look deeper. Hold up.
Yeah, they always trying to regulate stuff. But hopefully, once everything gets federally approved and legalized, all of this will change.
Right. And a lot of the products that they make with the Delta 8, Delta 9, they extract it from the CBD hemp plant and they turn it into distillates. And then they could even spray like your regular Delta 9 cannabis with extra Delta 8, Delta 10, because in the plant itself it's very low. When the plant is growing, you have to catch it when it's pretty young, not as mature. As it goes into harvest time, it's much lower levels that you'd find, if any, of those cannabinoids. So they prefer to try to extract it in the lab. So I
Yeah.
think that's another reason why it's much easier to have it distribution right now.
Yeah, and the fact that it's legal too. So
Yep.
For now.
So
cross our fingers
that was just if you were inquiring and wanted to know a little bit about the difference. There you go.
There you go. If you want, more information, you have any questions, feel free to hit us up, Purple Dank Official on Instagram. Hit us in the DM. We will respond to all questions.
Why do you think that they you think they came up with the strands without the getting high effect to make it more easy for people to, be willing to legalize
experiment and to ease on into? I think so. I think that was definitely a reason why, because you don't want to introduce something, and
also you have to think of just the fact that those are cannabinoids that only through research and science that they're discovering. That's why they came much later than the actual Delta 9 THC
that we're so used to smoking.
Yeah. So as science continues to they'll find more, because all of that, again, if you guys remember from our first or second course where we talked about the endocannabinoid system, that's how it's all connected. So
we have those receptors, y'all.
Right, those CB1, CB2 receptors. That's what locks and binds to the endocannabinoids that's found in cannabis, that's found in terpenes, and enhances your high, but also, again, regulates your system from your immune system to your sexual organs. We talked about it, your hormones. It affects mood. And they're still finding out more and more about the whole ECS and how it interacts with everything. So, again, it's just a lot of need to know, should know information. If you want to be using cannabis and being responsible about it, open your mind.
Open your mind. There's so much information out there that you can learn. If you're curious, it's out there.
Did y'all hear about? This is kind of off subject.
We love that.
That's okay.
Did you hear about in New York how they're changing the age to buy whipped cream to 21?
Why?
Because the kids are getting high off of
the cans.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So now you have to be 21 to buy whipped cream. Can you imagine wanting to top off your Sunday and you can't even get
mighty.
Hold on, sir. I'm just trying to make a dessert. I just want dessert.
It's crazy,
the kids get high off everything. I remember when we were in high school and stuff, wasn't it? What, paint thinners?
Oh my god!
And then I heard about the
alcohol, the
laptop cleaner, the keyboard where you blow that stuff out and stuff. There was a whole show on A&D, that show where they're trying to have an intervention and stuff because the person's on drugs and
hardcore.
That girl was crazy.
This is so exciting. I love my new, you guys. I have the best gift ever. It's awesome.
So we always try to come with gifts.
If you can see it.
It is a
silicone pipe.
But it's also, we got it from, shout out to City Boys Smoke Shop in Glendale, Arizona.
They got everything you need.
They got everything you need. One-stop shop.
Yeah, I love that pipe.
It really hits.
I love it.
Yes,
I love it.
And then you smoke a lot less, and you're still high.
Yeah. And it's super cute. It matches my nails, so I feel like they thought this out.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
You're welcome.
I love you guys. Thank you so much. We're gonna make.
That you love it.
I do love it. We're gonna have. May this be the first of many. Does everyone pull out their mini gym?
Exactly, and then now, COVID and God knows what else is out there. I would much rather be
have
just
your little
my personal. We could all still smoke together.
Yeah.
Right. Whip out your Percy.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I'll call you Percy.
Oh,
hi, Percy. I did. Hi, Percy.
I love it.
Percy from Arizona. Sexy motherfucker.
Exactly. So again, smoke responsibly, everyone.
And stay away from the whipped cream if you're not of age.
Yes. If you're not of age. That is something else, boy.
Top your desserts responsibly.
21 to buy whipped cream. Okay. That's crazy.
Not 18.
So I wonder if kids will be going to, New Jersey and Connecticut trying to get whipped cream.
Getting whipped cream. We're going to the border to get some whip,
Okay.
some whipples or whatever they call
All
it.
right. Oh my God, that's so crazy.
It's the life we're living in, guys.
Yeah, it's always something new.
Regulate.
Popping up. But, yep. So that was
what else y'all got going on?
a little bit. But,
I did. I got off subject. I said
Yes,
that.
you did.
a little
I warned
bit.
you.
Just a little.
You were
It
forewarned.
was a good detour.
Thank you.
It was. So now we're gonna try to
We're
get
gonna
back
roll
on
it
track.
back.
Back on track here. So we talked about it a little bit at our last podcast, and today we're gonna talk about it some more. What we're talking about is the best cannabis strains for the type of sex and sensations that you want in your life.
Oh.
Yes.
Or maybe it's just to enhance your intimacy or,
So we can make sex more intimate?
Oh, absolutely.
through
So
cannabis.
through cannabis.
Mostly smoking cannabis.
Yeah,
so.
mostly the smoking.
You gotta get
edibles
specific.
as well too. Now,
Yeah, but edibles takes longer, guys,
It does
because
take longer.
it has to go through your digestive system and takes longer to metabolize. So what we're talking about today mainly applies to just the different strains that you'd smoke before, during, after.
Exactly. So there's a new aphrodisiac in
During.
town. So you can set aside the chocolate and the oysters. You know what I'm saying? And turn to the cannabis.
Get you some dosey dope.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's
So
go.
depending on
Yes.
it
So
all depends. So we're
Let me
gonna
get
get
my
into
notepad
that as well.
out. Hold on, so I
Take
can
notes
make some
if you
notes.
must. If you must, yes, take notes.
and everyone else.
So
Okay, so what is special about cannabis and sex?
well, research continues into cannabis and its benefits in and out of the bedroom. 68.5% of people in one study said sex while using cannabis was more pleasurable. So that's a good stat right there to talk about. 68.5%.
That's a lot of people.
This has increased through the years as people are
More exposed.
experimenting more with marijuana. And just noting the effects and what works best for you may not work for the next person.
Right, like I don't fuck with toys at all. I prefer cannabis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to me,
how does that?
Yeah, it's less invasive. For sure.
Definitely.
For sure. That might be
right.
Plus
and I think
What?
it's definitely more.
Don't you want to be invaded?
Well, I don't know. Some people have their preferences. So.
Right. And we're just addressing the ones who prefer cannabis or who are interested in maybe learning a little bit more about
and it's
how
all
that
about
works.
like choosing the right strain, for the most mind-blowing sexual experience. No matter what type of mood you're in, that strain is going to enhance your sexual experience.
Exactly, and each one can be customized for you, the individual. So one strain might work for me and have the complete opposite effect or none at all on you
Somebody
in
else.
that department, So
Exactly.
it's like you still have to do the work to find what strain works for you, what you like. So I'm in the indica category. Another one might be in the sativa. Another one might be in hybrids.
Exactly.
Another one might want to just mix it all up because that in itself is a whole nother effect. And I think that's what's so cool about cannabis is that it's cerebral, it's in the brain, but then it's also
She speaks French as well. She speaks French, so a lot of words she pronounces. Like
I don't even recognize that I'm doing that, y'all.
Been doing it.
I apologize.
It's cool. But we're talking about the strains and our preferences and like strains really matter. But one study found that hey, strains really don't matter. One doctor was talking about that maybe the magic lies all in the terpene when it comes to defining the effect of each strain.
And again, even with that doctor could possibly contradict himself when he says that strains don't matter, that it's all the terpenes. Well, then different strains have different levels of terpenes. So yeah, it still does matter. One strain might have a higher concentrate of myrcene, or myrcene gives you more of like the indica, the couch lock, more of that body high, whereas limonene and linalool are more the citrus, and citrus is automatic like energy and more, pep to your step. So different strains, different terpene profiles as well. So
definitely.
It matters. All strains matter.
And I love when we can have a rebuttal
right
to some professional and what they said. Boom.
Right.
Rebuttal.
You're wrong, doctor.
Well, at least in our opinion, so,
in our humble opinion, from our actual personal experience mixed with education as well. So we beg to differ.
Okay, so now talking about your libido.
Okay, libido.
I've been practicing that word all day.
I know, for some reason
Speaking of libido,
I was calling it libido.
There's a gentleman who makes these wet wings, and he puts there's some kind of honey that's like a sexual situation honey. It's supposed to make you horny. It's for females, like the gas station pill for females, basically. And he's like putting it on the wings and making the wings.
Okay. So eat some wings if you plan on getting it on tonight.
How do y'all feel about it?
I don't know.
You talking about chicken wings?
Yeah, he's talking about putting the honey, which causes the mood enhancements and so forth.
I mean, you're at the barbecue. You have a couple chicken wings. Next thing you know,
you're just in the mood,
basically.
Like, where's my boo?
Right. If you have one, or you calling your ex, something.
That is doable, because once you know the strains and its profile and all of that, then you can actually make your edible or make your extract with that strain so that it would have those effects. So bring it. Okay. I've done all types of stuff for Purple Dank with barbecue sauces, even the seasonings, different strains for different occasions. So I definitely believe that can work.
It works.
That'll work.
It'll work, definitely. Especially who don't like some wings. Put that on them wings right there.
And watch what it do.
Okay.
Give me a 6-piece of them wings and watch what it do.
And feel and all of that.
And watch what I do with it.
Okay. So, speaking of libido.
Okay, libido.
So a certain doctor, his name's Dr. Renko. He is
came
a
out with
cannabis
this article.
expert.
If you want to look it up, it's on Healthline.
Yes.
It's also listed in Forbes magazine, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, but definitely healthline.com.
Yes, and it's called The Best Cannabis Strains for 8 Different Types of Sex and Sensation. So he's recommending choosing strains with high levels of terpene. Limonene, the terpene limonene.
Let's talk about it.
Yes, so that's like, you can find that in.
I love Purple Dank because we are educating you guys.
We'll be dropping that knowledge.
Okay.
Drop that
Again, terpenes are being brought up, and that's been our discussion since lesson 1, when we talked about the endocannabinoid system and the receptors, and terpenes are so important. Not only it brings the flavor and the bang and the smell and the taste, but now we're learning that it actually can enhance your libido.
Yes, it can. And so some strains that actually
makes me excited.
Has the limonene in it.
Yes.
The limonene, you can find it in Dosido.
Cannabis is good for everything.
Dosido on a wedding cake.
Cakes are my favorite.
You can find it. Ooh, that's the picture of it. Yes,
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
It looks good to me.
He can holler at Purple Dank Official on our Instagram. We would love the opportunity to sponsor that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Said, 2 wings in, you'll be hot and ready.
I like that. So it only takes 2, so that's good.
2 wings and I'm out. 3 wings, you're gonna be humping the chair.
Oh shoot! Dang, that's tight though. I like that. Good idea.
Yes, but according to the article and research, and of course we know everything that we do, we research it, we become certified. So limonene is the number 2, I think, terpene found in cannabis.
Yes.
It's abundant.
And some strains that you can find it, like I was saying, is Do-si-do and Wedding Cake. Those are 2 strains that
and you can recognize it easily by smell when it's the citrusy, lemony,
I love that
the
smell.
rind of oranges and grapefruits. All of that is lemony. And so that's, citrus gives you that energy boost that.
Yes, and those 2 strains actually are indica dominant. They're hybrids, but they have high THC.
And what were those 2 strains again?
Do-si-do and Wedding Cake.
Ooh, I love Wedding Cake.
So it says it hits you fast with a body warming euphoria before melting to blissful relaxation.
I love that.
That sounds like an orgasm.
It does. Some Wedding Cake is an orgasm.
Do-si-do and Wedding Cake.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I love Wedding Cake. Wedding Cake is actually one of my favorite strains.
Mine too.
My
I love the cake.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, it is.
All the trichomes. The
Yes.
trichomes are all like white frosty
Beautiful.
crystals that, man, when it's rich in that.
You can see like pinks and
Yes,
purples in it
it's
too.
so pretty
it's
and nice big fat buds. I love Wedding Cake.
Are we talking? Okay.
Wedding Cake
the same
strain.
thing?
Yes. And Do-si-do. Do-si-do is a good medical top shelf
It's
strain
strong,
as well.
too.
It's very strong. I've had Do-si-do, I believe, 30% THC potency, the flower. Shout out to Cali.
Okay. Yeah, so that was something if you wanted to boost your libido. Now, if you're alone and hey, you're feeling those chicken wings that you ate earlier with that honey enhancing your sensation. Say you're alone and you're between the sheets. You're between the sheets by yourself and you're wanting to just enjoy yourself a little. For that, strains containing the terpene, it's called linalool. Linalool. It's known for a nice calming effect, and it says it can go to enhance your solo session. That you may want to have
jack off drugs.
Exactly. And 2 strains that they say are good for that is LA Confidential, which is an indica, and Amnesia Haze, which is a sativa. So those are popular strains.
Most
that
strains
helps
named
you.
Haze or sativas.
It can have
Message.
you enhance your self-pleasure. So you can have, a nice full afternoon activity, enhancing your little pleasure.
And I just have to say,
by yourself.
LA Confidential is an awesome strain as well. It's beautiful. It's actually, I think its name is Pink Cookies, and the first time I tried, it came straight from Cali, and the buds were literally pink. You could see the pink.
I remember that, yes.
And it goes hard.
Yeah. I just remember
nice
being
couch
very
log.
high.
Yes,
Very high.
yes. And yeah, I could definitely see how that would increase your attention to details down there.
Exactly. So that those are 2 strains that can work with that if you're just on a little alone time. Now, say that you're prone to anxiety and you just need to relax before you maybe get into your little session, so just to calm down a little bit.
Some people be taking it too seriously. Like they actually have a whole schedule and itinerary and everything.
Yes, they do. But
and then get all worked up and anxious about it and can't perform.
This is where weed comes in.
Chill out.
This is where weed comes in. There's been so many studies. They say this is where weed shines. Right. There's been so many studies to verify and confirm the fact that weed does help reduce anxiety. Cannabis helps reduce anxiety. Right. Those are facts. It's been studied over and over. So maybe if you were wanting to relieve some of the anxiety, any kind of kush. Like a kush.
I was just going to say that. Yes. I didn't even need an article, y'all. I just OG, baby. OG.
She's taking all the classes. She knows and stuff. So the top strains for anxiety, they're saying is Bubba Kush, which is an indica. Yeah. Also, they have Skywalker OG Kush, indica dominant hybrid. And also Blueberry Lamb's Bread.
Alien OG.
That's a sativa dominant hybrid. Alien OG is good. Kosher Kush, it's an indica.
Love Kosher Kush.
Yes. And those are all the...
Palm Oil Collective, Kosher Kush.
Yeah, shout out to Palm Oil Collective in Cali.
Palm
Is it
Springs,
Desert
Desert
Springs?
Springs.
Yes, out there in the desert doing the damn thing.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so those are the trains that
Just a
can help
quick
you.
drive from Phoenix.
Right, it's not too far.
Right.
Try to make that drive, boy.
Check them out.
Yep, and
yeah, we're gonna get more into the different strains and their different effects
we will.
right after our break.
So stay tuned. You don't want to miss it.
Class in session, Purple Dank. Woo.
Abort.